Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Guilty or innocent.
Howdy, y'all!
At the end of this day, one shall stand, one shall fall.
Oh, you know what time it is, kids. That's right. Welcome back to your monthly dose of Energon Universe. We're talking a whole hell of a lot of Transformers and G.I. Joe. I am Phil. Joining me as always, that owl in disguise. It is
Justin the Owl, swooping back into Energon Universe.
And the world's greatest air guitarist. It is. What does that say? Cobra? Cobra-Septicon?
Cobra-Septicon.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
The best of both worlds. Or the evilest of both worlds.
Double biscuits.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
More vicious and brutal than ever. Cobra! La, 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 la.
See, send me drunken videos of yourself. Yeah, that's what you'll see. What happens.
That's what I get.
Russell, we need to get Ray. I said I want to make the ultimate drop. I already have Ray saying Batman. I just need to. We need to get Ray, even if it's on one of your shows, to say my favorite biscuit, so I can loop it together. And say,
Oh, yes.
So have Ray saying Batman, my favorite biscuit.
Yet another way to torture him.
I won't say it. I'll give you $5 towards Marvel Snap. Damn it! All right. All right, kids. So yes, this time we're going to be talking. Yes, we got our mini G.I. Joe mini series started. We have Duke #1, and then we had Transformers #4. Then we have Cobra Commander #1. And did either of you boys read G.I. Joe Real American Hero 303?
I did not.
Because I have 4 words that will get you to read this book.
Oh.
Spirit is in it.
Oh, okay. Spirit, and does he find the woman?
I thought it was going to be
wall with the handbags.
Not yet. No, it was mostly just like talking to Duke. But no, he's in it. He's in it.
I thought it was Spirit at the mall.
Oh no. I would have been like, you must pick up this. I would have been like, you must pick up this book. That day, I would have been like, pick up that book.
I'll write a mini-series about. Spirit hunting down that woman.
That could be a 4-issue miniseries of itself.
4-issue mini. Spirit.
She had a brick in there.
No. 4-issue mini. Spirit Mall Cop. Riding around from
G.I. Joe.
Riding around on one of those little scooters with the bird on his shoulder. Oh, yeah.
And he's still got his weapons. Yeah,
that woman's shoplifting.
Are you shoplifting?
An eagle at her.
Are you shoplifting? Throwing grenades.
I think that needs to happen now.
This might be a job for Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes comes
through the skylight.
Shoplifter chops his hand off. It was just a DVD. All right, so
I did want to bring this up though. We have officially become full circle because Hasbro in their Transformers toys are starting to include GoBots characters.
No kidding, really?
Yes.
Oh boy,
they won the war. They won the war.
You know what? I was a little into those. We were talking before, Russell. I was a little into those as a kid too. Yeah, GoBots. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the GoBots. Some of them.
The Transformers slow cousin. Yes.
And then I found out that they were at fault for one of my favorite cartoons getting canceled when I was a kid, the Mighty Orbots. This was a cartoon that only ran for 13 episodes, and it was the most amazing thing that my little owlet eyes ever saw. But they yanked it because of a lawsuit from whatever company owned GoBots at the time, claiming that it was going to cause Tonka, saying that it was going to cause brand confusion and all this other nonsense, which was completely ridiculous.
Boo, long-haired Superman, boo.
Forget the Superman part. I was trying to hit the button before I got to the Superman part, but yeah. I need to cut that out. Boo.
Boo, GoBots, boo. But I actually have a bunch of GoBots in my little toy collection.
GoBots were so lazy because, like, I was like watching the intro on YouTube again the other day. It's like they didn't even give them like any guns or anything. They just shot out of their fist.
Yeah, there were no weaponry. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was
I mean that's all those GoBots were, was a bunch of fisters.
Fisto and Jitsu are jealous.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And most of them were die-cast metal, so they hurt.
Oh. Whoa! I would assume so.
That's something you don't want to throw at your little cousin, that's for sure.
Oh, that's
Or
naughty.
if they've been particularly bad, that's something you do want to throw at your little cousin.
Oh, yes, yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, I've wanted to powerbomb my cousins multiple times.
Wow!
More vicious and brutal than ever.
Oh, shit.
All right. So should we start with Duke #1 since this came out first? We'll start in order.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Still in
definitely.
release order.
And then that way we'll end with Cobra Commander, which I believe should be the
Yeah.
last one. Yeah. All right. So what did you guys think of Duke #1? It was good, but I didn't see this going in this direction, but it was good.
I didn't see any of these books going in this direction.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say that all three of these were big surprises.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Justin, you want to go first?
Duke, I really loved it. Like I said, I was really surprised. I had no idea that this was going to kind of be Duke on the run, sort of doing his own thing as kind of an exiled agent after his encounter with Starscream in Transformers #2.
So I wonder if, like, in this version, if they're going to do G.I. Joe kind of like the A-Team, where it's like, no, they aren't, they're former, like, former soldiers, but now they're kind of like out on their own.
Right.
Maybe like where Hawk is kind of portrayed as kind of almost an antagonist in this.
Yeah.
Maybe once it comes out that, they're Decepticons and this is much bigger than he can handle, he relents and is like, well, I'm going to put this team together and blah, blah, blah.
And there's going to be a whole lot of, I told you so.
Right.
Well, I mean, they've kind of alleviated what my main concern was going to be, because IDW, the first thing they did was, the G.I. Joe, they're basically the antagonists to the Transformers because they think, they're aliens and they're going to conquer, so we got to blow them up.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of do that here, but they have a twist on it to where Duke is the only one that has encountered them, and the rest of G.I. Joe, quote unquote, they're just like, he's lying. And it's like, that's an interesting twist. I didn't like this as much as like the Transformer stuff we've been reading. I'm not like, I don't go out of my way to like consume like these military conspiracy drama type stories, and that's what this was. It's like a like a Bourne type thing. I still thought it was really good. It was really well written, and I liked the art, but it's not necessarily for me.
I kind of feel like it's a lot of setup. I think we're going to get to a point where there's going to be a lot more Transformers stuff in here.
Yeah. I liked it, but I didn't love it.
And does anybody know when Duke sneaks into the Mars company or whatever. Is that this guy in red here attacks? Is that the guy
It's
from
Mercer?
Sergeant Slaughter's?
Yeah,
Little
I had to
group.
look
is
him
it?
up.
I don't know.
Oh,
I had to
okay.
look him
I
up.
swear he looks like it. Yeah, I'm like, is that him?
Yeah,
One of the
there
guys
was
on Sergeant Slaughter's island that trained the guys. Oh, okay,
he looks a lot like Namor.
he does.
Nope.
My favorite,
Like
asset.
Namor and Amazo like put together.
Yeah,
That's what I always wanted in a man.
But I know Justin had to be hooping and hollering when they went to the Mars Industries,
absolutely.
and we saw a certain shadowy figure.
Yes. Wearing the classic costume.
Mm-hmm.
In the
So
shadow.
are we confirming that like neither G.I. Joe or spoilers, Cobra, as in the terrorist organization, don't exist right now?
Right. This seems to me like kind of prequel stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of setting up the evolution of what we'll see eventually
Mhm.
come down the road.
Yeah,
with
I
the
think-
formation of G.I. Joe and the Transformers stuff.
Yeah, I think we're starting for day one for everybody. Because the Transformers pretty much started with them waking up, in the arc.
Mhm.
The thing I did really like about this issue was Duke's trauma from encountering Starscream. I thought that was really well done.
All the pettiness!
And like how they have to really stick it to you when it was like, you had a wife and kid and he was only giving me a ride home. And it's
Yeah.
well,
He had a baby boy, barely a year old. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, guess what? He squished the squishy.
I know. I mean, they really got to drive that home.
Squish is a squishy.
This isn't some dirtbag Starscream killed. No, this was like a decent guy and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we got two more G.I. Joe characters revealed at the very end.
Yeah.
Stalker and rock and roll.
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting to see either of them. Were you guys?
Mm-mm.
No, I thought that page turn it was going to be Snake Eyes, but I guess they're saving him for later.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Scarlet. To be honest with you,
I think Snake Eyes is going to be like the Megatron. They're going to save that reveal till like
Yeah.
yeah.
And like Stalker makes sense because he's one of like the big ones. He's
Yeah.
And he was one of the first
but
ones too.
The
yeah.
Uh,
originals.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was one of the original.
But I was, I guess Rock and Roll or maybe Gung Ho would have made sense. I don't even know if they can do Gung Ho anymore. Like, is that considered racist? But
Actually, yeah, I don't know.
they're making, yeah, I don't know. But I was happy to see. I it's like Phil said, they should hold off on Snake Eyes for a while.
Mhm.
Like,
Definitely.
should be like a big reveal later.
Yeah.
Why I
I
wonder
agree.
too is like I think Duke and Cobra Commander are only like 4 issues, right? I think they're both
Mhm.
mini series. So maybe they're going to spin a regular G.I. Joe book out of these, and then maybe that's when Snake Eyes is going to show up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or maybe he'll be one of the other miniseries, right? Because have they announced the other two?
Right.
Have they announced the other two that they're doing yet?
They haven't announced who they are, but they've announced that they are doing more miniseries for G.I. Joe. So,
Yeah. I think we'll get at least 2 more. So, I mean, obviously, it could be either Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, or they could completely flip the script and have it be like Scarlet and Baroness or something like that.
Right.
We could see all kinds
Yeah.
of different things. Yeah.
Oh my god! I mean, I know they don't want to steal from Larry, but yeah, we need a miniseries with Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, and
The Hard Master.
Yes, we do.
give me
Although
one about the Croc Master, damn it.
I think Larry Hama has dibs on all that hard master stuff, though, doesn't he?
it's like I've been writing it
He's
for
so
40
hard.
years. Damn it! It's mine.
Could break steel with that guy.
The Hard Master.
A lot happened in this. I feel like this one, the Duke one dragged a little bit. Whereas, like, I think I think it was a little bit longer than like the Transformers issues, maybe because it's a mini, they get a little bit more pages.
First
but
issue, maybe. Yeah.
Whereas the Cobra Commander one, I felt like I got through. Like I felt like it was a really quick but really informative read. Whereas the Duke one, I feel like, why are we spending all this time like talking to this random conspiracy theorists and all this stuff? I get it's part of the story, but like I feel like it dragged just a little bit.
Well, I think too, it's like the Duke one. Why I didn't know they were going to go in this direction. Everything's kind of logically makes sense. It's like, okay, we're going to do Destro here. We're going to do this whole thing. Okay, we're going to spin G.I. Joe out of this. Yeah, that's But then we're going to get to that Cobra Commander one. You turn the page, and I swear every other page in that Cobra Commander book, you're like, oh, they're going there. They're going there.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That one.
There weren't as many surprises in this one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one legit blew my mind, but we'll talk about that last. But Phil, I mean, what'd you think?
I liked it. Again, it was a very good issue, but I mean, just the quality of the other two, it's probably my least favorite of the three. Not that it's bad at all, but I enjoyed it thoroughly. But just the quality on all these books is so high, man. You got to really bring it, which again Transformers has been doing every month, and Cobra Commander #1 did, so
definitely
it's hard to really sell me on a Duke like solo book, because like he's just so and like I will say Joshua Williamson does a great job of like adding like meat to the bone of him, but he's just like your typical blonde-haired, blue-eyed baby face, and it's like it's a little boring. Like if I'm new to comic, or if I'm new to G.I. Joe, and I'm looking on the rack there, and I see Duke or Cobra Commander, like Cobra Commander more visually appealing, just aesthetically right off the bat. I would probably go with him. Now, if you're one of two demographics, either like I like my 80s action hero, I'm gonna go with Duke, or you like blonde biscuits, you're probably gonna go with
my favorite biscuit.
I mean, I think Duke had a lot of more world building to do, and two, it's like I think it's going to escalate very quickly from here. I mean, we're going to build out the team and stuff, and the direction going forward.
Well, that escalated quickly,
and I like the little twist where like we basically got to the end of the preview that we had already read, and it changes to where Duke is actually like he's got a beard and he's grizzled and he's on his own and he hasn't slept in 3 days and he's
got a scar on his face now.
He's been playing that Marvel Snap.
What the F? What the
Scratching himself.
Yeah. I don't have time for Scarlet and Lady J. I've got to think about my dead friends.
It's a lot of meat.
But no, okay.
I thought it was hilarious how Hawk was like, take a vacation, go dance with some girls.
Yeah, go dance with some girls. Yeah, classic military solution, I guess, right?
Don't ask, don't tell.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, you're the one. I mean, you brought it up, Russell. So Justin, what did you think of the blonde biscuit?
I thought the blonde biscuit was great. Yeah, I mean, the cartoon, he was always one of my favorites ever since I was a wee owlet. But I thought, he was really well represented here. The art was good. It's kind of like, kind of old, almost like Silver Age art a little bit in places.
Yeah,
it gave me kind of a Silver Age vibe a little bit here and there, which was kind of cool for 2024. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
It's like a combination. I think we talked about this when we read the preview, but it's kind of Darwin Cook-esque.
Yes.
It's like Darwin Cook meets Frank Miller in this weird kind of like amalgamation to where it's like you said, it's very Silver Age in like the character models, but like the action and like the effects is very like gritty Miller kind of stuff. I knew it was coming. I knew.
As soon as he said the name.
That's what she said.
Well, he's better than Mr. Foot Fetish Rob Liefeld. That's
Oh, that's true. Yeah, definitely.
There's nothing to get wet about anyway. There's nothing to get
and
wet
by
about
foot
anyway.
fetish, I mean he wishes people just didn't have feet.
The absence of feet.
They're like Mr. Krabs walking around on peg legs.
Little pick legs.
Rob Liefeld art.
We're going back to the 90s here, bitch.
0 hour.
There's your boo boo.
Boo, 0 hour.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
but
I
no,
like
the
this
art,
issue.
yeah.
I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The art is
It'll
good.
be
I
good.
like when like Starscream's like kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
coming out in the
Yeah.
sun.
that was a
Yeah.
great 2-page spread, wasn't it?
Just
yeah.
the monster with the sun behind it. Yeah.
And
like,
the
okay.
panel where he sees the other pilot getting squashed in the reflection, like it shows just the reflection.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a silhouette almost of just like
Yeah.
the clap.
That
Yeah,
was
I
really
like.
Squish is a
that they-
squishy.
They've set up Starscream as like a boogeyman,
yeah.
and I really did like that they've set up Hawk as like an antagonist. That is really interesting.
Very unexpected.
Which I think that is the way you go, because like I almost wonder in this universe if like G.I. Joe is not going to be government funded at all.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think it'd be more underground.
They're like
yeah.
they're like a what do you call that? A renegade group, like a militia, like they're on their own.
mercenaries.
Yeah.
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 Except they're not doing it for the money; they're doing it for justice.
Right. They're
And revenge.
G.I. Joe assemble.
Dr. Adele Burkhart, was she?
I think
She was
she-
That
in
name
something
sounded
else, right?
so familiar.
Wasn't
Yeah,
she
me
like
too.
I think wasn't she in like in the first issue of like the original G.I. Joe series, like the Marvel series?
I feel like, I feel like she
I
was.
think she was.
Yeah.
She was developing
Yeah.
some type of scientific device or weapon or something.
So I think that might have
Yeah,
been
the
an
Cobra
homage,
wanted to
yeah.
steal.
Yeah, that name was super familiar to me, but I couldn't place it.
I wasn't expecting them to slaughter all the alien conspiracy theorist people. That was, and then like, and then he's like, "I'm unarmed. Let me just grab my ID badge."
Yep, that's very timely, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we get to some Transformers?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
I waited all month for this.
Oh yeah.
What an issue this was.
Yeah. Because remember,
Holy cow.
Spike got injured last episode or last issue. So Prime tells his dad, "Yeah, get in. We're gonna save your son."
hmm
That's when Starscream comes after them. Yep.
And I love this sequence where Starscream attacks them, because if you look at the colors here, there's like a lighting effect where this is taking place at night. It shows like a lighting effect of all the headlights.
Yeah, like when
And
Prime's coming at him and stuff.
Yeah, I love that. That's a really nice attention to detail there.
And I guess we're updating. Cliffjumper isn't a VW bug.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's good. You
Yeah.
want to separate him from, like,
Yeah.
But that tag team attack where Cliffjumper trips Starscream and then Optimus runs him over
Yes.
is so good. I thought, well, he's dead. Like he's not getting up from that. But no, of course.
It just Prime, one arm Prime outside the hospital, just shooting the
Yeah.
rifle, man.
And
then
then
they
he
have
gets
this-
a boot to the face from Sony.
Yeah.
Optimus inferior.
Optimus inferior.
You know, you heard the voice when he said that.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
This whole sequence at the hospital was awesome. Like, it was so intense. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, Starscream's just like opening fire on the hospital. It's like, oh, this is
on the whole hospital.
Yeah.
And then we saw like Ratchet was repairing Wheeljack, and he's like, oh, sorry, I have to send like one of our warriors, one of our big guns in. So who does he send in? I was Jazz.
Yeah. Were you guys surprised by that too?
And he's saying the most jazz thing he can possibly say.
Time to change up
Time
this
to
tune,
change
baby.
the tune, baby.
Baby.
I know. I was like, "Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?" And that was Jazz. Like, yes.
Yeah. I thought that was a great surprise. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Jazz hits an RKO or a diamond cutter on Soundwave.
Was that what that is? A diamond cutter?
Yeah.
After he shoots Starscream,
Yeah.
he's holding his own against Starscream and Soundwave, and then the others get up, and of course they're outnumbered, so they retreat. The Decepticons retreat.
I was happy to see Rumble briefly too.
Yeah. He's like hitting Optimus's ankles.
Well, and don't take this.
I'm gonna get you.
And don't take this out of context, but yeah, he's like pow driving cliff jumper from behind.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And then oh man, just another. This is the best version of Optimus Prime. Like no more death. No more death.
Oh yeah, because the hospital lost all power, so everyone on life support, including Spike's, gonna die. So yeah, he just opens up that matrix and just
when they really sell it, because it's like Spike's not going to be the only one that dies, because it's an entire hospital. I mean, come on,
right?
So Optimus doing the selfless thing, which like in G1 wouldn't that have killed him? I mean.
No, in the cartoon, I mean, the Matrix, it was like kind of like its own energy. I mean, because when they returned him from the dead, there was that big infection, and he basically cured the universe by opening the Matrix. Then it was empty. So I mean, that's
but
there
was that virus.
But like Ratchet says here, it's like we don't have any more energy to bring any of our people back. I can't fix your arm.
Yeah, Ratchet has to fill the role of like the Mr. Spock or the Dr. McCoy, where he's like the Debbie Downer.
Damn it, Optimus.
Yeah. But poor Thundercracker.
I know. Oh, this was like straight up horror movie. I know. It's
was that Thundercracker or was it Skywarp?
I thought it was Skywarp because he was the one that was injured in the beginning.
Yeah,
right?
I do see the purple.
Thundercracker is already like quote unquote offline.
Yeah,
but I figured it's Skywarp.
Yeah,
just start ripping him apart.
Yeah, because Soundwave just tells Starscream, we need Cybertronian technology, and I was like, it's like, they basically go cannibal on him.
Yeah. And Starscream being a little pompous bitch, where he's like,
"Don't you see the scar on my face?
Look at my dents.
I need fixing.
Look at my dents and laser burns. I need fixing."
Yeah.
Great scene here with Optimus and the sick kid.
I love that.
I heard that you can turn into a truck. He's like, "I'm pretty beat up, kid, but I'll do it for you because I'm the best, damn it."
Yeah.
And that's when Sparky and is it Sparky? I get them mixed up. Spike is the son.
Oh.
Yeah, and Sparky's the dad. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Carly's the girl. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sparky and Optimus have the heart-to-heart, and like they're both amazed that each other thinks the other one's a god.
Yeah, that was a nice little bit of dialogue there. I really liked that. And Cliff Jumper and Carly's little conversation after that was really nice too, where he says, "Starscream killed my entire clan."
Yeah,
and comparing, clan and family and all that stuff. It was really nice.
Yeah, well, they've come a long way in 2 issues where he was like, a human.
Yeah.
But how about the big reveal on Optimus's new arm?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
because
Oh my
word.
god!
there's no energy to like make him a new arm or something. You know, like well, we can't use what's in the trailer, and it's like,
He says, "Ratchet, no, I can't use this."
You've got to.
so
You've got to use the Meg arm.
Megatron's arm.
With
Yeah, in an issue with lots of surprises. I mean, that was wow. Yeah, that was the big kahuna. I love
So,
that.
like, but then in context with what we see in Cobra Commander, I didn't understand this last page.
oh yeah.
Oh, right. Well, there may be some time that's passed in between these.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
that last page is like, yeah, this is where it originally landed, and then
Mhm.
it gets dragged
They scraped
off.
them out of the
Yeah.
glacier or something. Yeah.
And I wasn't totally wrong. They did kind of go with the Michael Bay, he's trapped in ice thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because yeah, kids, we see a armless Megatron at the end, kind of sticking out of the ice.
Yeah.
I still function.
What a that? Oh my god! Can you imagine if Prime starts shooting Starscream with Megatron's arm?
Oh man, I think
Yeah.
he's going to in the next issue. I think he's going to go crazy.
Starscream's going to shit his pants.
Yeah.
What?
Here's the hint.
I love it. I can't
I'm still
wait.
not. I'm not convinced we're not leading towards an early Galvatron here, just to mess with everybody's head.
Well,
But
the surprises so far and the
mhm.
deep diving, as we'll see in the Cobra Commander stuff, the completely left field stuff.
Oh my
Nobody's
god!
expecting. Yeah.
Yeah, if they wanted to make it a different universe than the original Marvel comics, then they succeeded 110%.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I mean, I think, Russell, the reason you thought Duke was so slow is because, I mean, 4 issues in the Transformers. Has the action let up once yet? I don't think so.
No, it hasn't. It's been
No.
balls to the wall the whole time.
I
That's the
think
thing.
it's been like the same 24-hour period. Yeah.
Seems like it. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Duke wasn't bad. It was just more subtle than what we've gotten so
Right.
far.
Mhm.
And the thing is, like, it's like been nonstop action, but he's still had plenty of time to like work in these character moments that are just like
yeah.
amazing. It's like,
Yeah.
this is the perfect comic book. It is like the perfect comic book.
It really is. And the art is great. The colors, like I was saying, are great. The lettering, even the lettering is great. Like sometimes I'm looking at the lettering and I'm like, wow, this could be like, I don't know, like 1990s graffiti on the side of a building somewhere. It's so
Yeah.
cool. So different, very unique looking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this series. I mean, I said in like, I think I told some people privately, but last year I thought the 2 best books on the shelf was the Philip Kennedy Johnson Hulk and this. I thought Transformers was one of the best comics that has come out recently.
Of the new stuff,
Oh,
yeah.
it's been so. Yeah, this
Yeah.
Transformers been so good. So yeah. Sorry, no, I didn't see you were there. For say hi to Arlo, guys. We are watching. Hi.
Arlo. Pardon me, Arlo.
And he's talking to you guys. Oh, would you like to hear from Dr. Bomb?
Go poop.
He might not want to if he's sitting right in Noel's lap right now.
Oh, go poop! Go poop!
Shit on daddy. Well, is it time to
Oh, we
talk
know
about
you're chomping at the bit.
the man, the myth, the cobra.
The man, the myth, the serpent.
Yeah. We know you want to talk
love
about
this.
we know you want to talk about the Cobra.
You can slather up my Cobra.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
So this absolutely took me by surprise.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
You know, we had speculated like, oh, is Cobra Commander going to be the car salesman again, or is he going to be like a terrorist? Nope.
I know.
He's a secret subterranean race of people called Cobra Law.
Cobra!
Going back to Cobra Law.
I know we're going there, and as
Going to Cobra Law.
I mean,
And when they do the flashback too, he's wearing the red face.
It's like
with the gold.
there was a
Yeah.
toy of that. Yeah.
I had that toy briefly.
I have it somewhere right now.
Yeah, you've got it. Yeah.
But
That was a deep cut too, because that book
Mhm.
was very briefly lasted.
yeah.
Yeah, I was totally blown away by this. And
I think they did the
Pythona,
same thing-
we see Pythona.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They did the same thing they did with the Duke thing here, where it's like, oh, we get to the end of the preview that we had already read, and then they just go crazy.
They
And it's
flipped
'cause
the
it's
script
like-
totally, yeah.
Yeah, we get to the scene where he kills the dude for his truck, and then next page, we're in this. I'm like, what am I looking at?
What is this?
Yeah, because the preview they just gave you those first couple pages. Yeah, where he's stealing the
Yes.
guy's truck or whatever. Yeah,
And
There's
I love
people
that.
riding on stingrays, and it looks like where Jar Jar lived. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Bubble
Not
boo.
what you'd expect in a Cobra Commander comic book, the first
Mhm.
issue. Like, that was a total surprise.
Shoots that guy right in the head. He's
Yeah.
not messing around.
Oh yeah, we
No,
got the full
no.
Cobra Law origin. You know, him getting disfigured and
Oh, and the art on his like body. Oh my god, the snake biting him. I'm like, this is incredible. There's no dialogue, and it's incredible.
The colors again were great. Yeah, and
He goes,
he goes to see Globulus.
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so
Man.
I didn't know this character. I was thinking like, is that Serpentor? And then he said Lord Globulus, and I was like, oh, I don't know this guy.
Isn't it the one from the
So-
movie?
Yeah,
It's
Burgess
been-
Meredith.
It's been so Burgess Meredith.
Yes, did the voice.
Yeah, Burgess
Yeah.
Meredith did the voice of Globulus.
So now you're going to hear that.
Oh
every
my
time you read
God.
Globulus.
Yeah.
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 Let's knock his
So-
block off.
You know what? You know what, guys?
Wah.
Guys, sometime this year for like 2 different Capes and Lunatics episodes, I'm throwing it out there. Why don't we do one review of the Transformers animated movie and one for the G.I. Joe animated movie?
Yes.
I'm in.
Let's do
I'm
it.
in.
Let's do
Yeah.
it. I love both. Yeah.
Because I said, hey, Lil, if you want to join us, and she says, that is going to be the Sausage Fest. I said, that is fun.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Cobra
I
Commander-
love both of those.
I love how he's like, he's not a coward, but he like knows that he's not a fighter, so he uses like this technology to rip these guys to shreds.
Oh, yeah, like the little bug things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, he tells Lord Globulus that like, I'm loyal to Cobra Law. I need to be in charge of like this part of it. Like,
Mhm.
you need me.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that he's been hiding something.
Oh, yeah, 'cause he walks through like his lab or
Yes.
whatever. The door swings open, and he says something that you probably hoped I was dead, and then you get that 2-page spread.
Yeah.
This is why we question the end of that Transformers, kids. Because that's Megatron in the
There he
lab.
is.
Yeah.
But I guess you're right, Justin. That looks like, some time has passed, because like he still is missing both arms, but he looks considerably more cleaned up.
Well, at the end of the issue, it looked like it was in the mountains, and if I remember right, that's where Cobra Law was, wasn't it? In, like, the
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Himalayas or
snowy
something?
mountains.
Like,
Yeah.
So he could have landed not too far away from them, and they could have just scraped him out of that mountain and dragged him back there in a day.
And Cobra Commander talks about how like he's learned about the Cybertronians and their technology, and he's going to use it to their advantage. None of the other Cobra Law scientists could get you to talk, but I have my ways. And he like tortures Megatron, and at the end, Megatron kind of looks up and we get this grin. And I was like, oh, baby.
Yeah,
oh,
there he is.
The one eye lights up. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering, okay, who is the first person that's getting their ass kicked? Starscream, Optimus, or Cobra Commander?
he's got a long list.
That's how you know
He's
it's bad when it's Prime's probably going to have to wait in line because he's going after Starscream, he's going after Cobra. Anyone with the sound with that voice, he's going after first.
Right? Yeah. The only one that's safe is Soundwave.
As long as he gets out of the way.
Yeah. Because Soundwave is Megatron's number one guy.
You
That's right.
are my number one. And I.
Soundwave gun. But
and then if that's not the bit, and that's not and then on the last page, and I mean I think they confirmed in the solicit for number 2, next issue we're getting Dreadnoks.
Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
and
if you look at the cover, it's Ripper taking his chainsaw to Cobra Commander's face.
Yeah.
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 Oh, man.
Also, I don't know if you guys thought this too, but that dude that picks up Cobra Commander, that's Zartan.
Is it Zartan?
Because he says you should be wearing a disguise too.
Oh, right. Okay.
Maybe.
So I thought they're inferring that was Zartan, but Cobra Commander's like, he basically gives the Moon Knight speech. He's like, I want him to see me coming.
Yeah, you're right. That probably is Zartan. Yeah, that makes sense.
At
At first, I thought it might have been Major Blood or something like that, but no, they wouldn't have made Major Blood that big of a guy.
So
Right.
It almost seems like here the whole Cobra Lost stuff was like the flashback and like those first couple pages, and then this stuff at the end is like in the present.
Yeah.
So I mean, do we have the reverse order? It's at some point did
They discard Megatron?
They either discard Megatron, or does something happen to Cobra La where he's just left out in the cold? Yeah.
Oh, Megatron annihilates Cobra La.
Maybe.
So
with no arms, he just stomps on everybody.
Yeah.
Since I'm not like super well versed in the G.I. Joe stuff, like tell me like where does Serpentor come from?
Well, basically, Cobra gets sick of Cobra Commander's inept leadership, and they basically take the DNA. They basically clone a new leader. They basically take DNA from like some of the fiercest warriors in history, like Genghis Khan, and they kind of create.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's basically their middle finger to Cobra Commander. But like, no, you're not good enough. We're gonna make our own leader. Yeah,
and it was Dr. Mindbender that was. The main,
Dr. Mindbender.
Mixer of mixtures and stir of vials and things. Yeah.
Do you remember in that first live action G.I. Joe movie where like the character we thought was Dr. Mindbender, the whole movie turned out to be Cobra Commander?
I've kind of blocked those out, but
it's been a while, but yeah.
I never saw the second one, but I did see the first one.
Oh yeah, what was that second one called?
All I know is it had
Revolution.
It had
Retaliation.
Dick
is that it? Or?
Retaliation. That's what it was.
Yeah, it had Dick the Cock Johnson in it. No.
Whoa! No. No. We're talking about the G.I. Joe movie, not that thing on Justin's hard drive.
But then I have to remember that there's 3 live action G.I. Joe movies because they did the Snake Eyes movie.
Yeah. That one wasn't bad.
Which I didn't see.
It wasn't bad. Like if it had been another character other than Snake Eyes, it would have been better. But yeah, I mean, I found that one most tolerable out of all this.
Yeah. Well, so do we want to talk about like, I know we don't really do ratings on this show, but like, if I had to rank them, these 3 from like what I liked least to best, at least I liked Duke, even though I still liked it. But it's a toss up for me between Transformers number 4 or Cobra. I thought they were both like on par. Both had me going like, what the What the hell?
Well, yeah, because I think again, there's always so much action in Transformers and so much and I think Cobra Commander was just for all the shock value.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was like Justin said, Pythona? I didn't expect to see her.
Cobra La. I mean, again,
Cobra La.
I mean, they've never done that. Just that movie. That was the only time they really did Cobra La.
Yeah. That was never
Yeah.
talked about in the Larry Hama comics, as far as I remember.
yeah,
no.
It was never even mentioned. And so I think for me, I like the Cobra Commander issue the best, partially
Yeah.
because of that, because it was such a left field surprise to have this link to the G.I. Joe animated movie, which I love. Like, I remember as a kid watching that and be like, God, this is the best thing ever. I just love this.
Turning that page and going from like, oh, here's Cobra Commander killing a dude outside a bar to what the hell am I looking at?
What am I looking at? And what? Yeah. And then when my brain made out that it was Cobra La, I was like, holy cow. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Now I'm definitely hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It's
outside that
tough
movie,
because I
no one's
love
ever done it.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough. It's a tough decision because I love the Transformers issue too, immensely. I love that. But I think I love the Cobra Commander issue the best out of these three because of that amazing surprise. And it was a great story. It was a good story. The art was good. The writing was good. The characterizations were all really spot on. And it kept you really interested for the next issue. The Duke one was okay, but it didn't have me as excited for issue number 2 as this one did.
Again, at any other time on its own or with like compared to other books, it might have been the top pick, but when you compare it to these two, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. But yeah, all three of these were great, and all three of them were surprising in their own distinct, different ways, which I loved. I love that I'm still surprised by comic books in 2024. It's fantastic. It's lovely.
I didn't know if Russell was frozen for a second or if he was deep in thought.
So I just looked it up. I had to see because I think hello.
Yeah, you were kind of freezing up, so okay.
We got you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you were kind of pulling a Megatron. You were kind of frozen.
Okay. I was on a little bit of a delay. I couldn't hear you guys for like a little bit, but I had to look it up because I'm the toy guy. There's a Lord Globulus figure.
There is, and I have it.
I know.
It's just a big snake body.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
There's
Yes,
a
I gotta
3-pack.
get
It was him. It was the Nemesis Enforcer, and it was the Royal Guard. The dudes that the Cobra Commander kills with the little spider bots.
Yeah, good luck finding
It
those.
was one of those guys.
Because didn't they put that out around when that movie came out, Justin?
Yeah.
So it was like 1987 those came out. So good luck finding those.
I'm
bet
gonna
you could,
try
though.
to.
I bet you could.
I'm gonna grab something real quick. Hold on just a second.
Hey, this is a family show.
You all keep talking.
I think he's going to show us that Cobra Commander figure.
Which one? He showed us some last time.
I know he's got like 1 million of them.
Oh, but yeah, I'm like, oh my god, because back in the day, a lot of people were just like, oh, Cobra Law, that was stupid. But I was like,
yeah.
Oh. So finally,
I loved it. I thought it was so weird and so different, and such an unexpected thing for the origins of Cobra to come from this weird, like, ancient mutant society hidden away in the Himalayan mountains. Like, it was wild. It was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It brought kind of like a fantasy element to G.I. Joe.
Yeah, and it kind of gives you like a motive for Cobra Commander past, he's just a terrorist. It's like, he was sent with a mission to bring down, like the modern world or whatever you want to call it.
Right. To destroy it from within and all this other stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I really liked that. It added another dimension to the whole thing of a terrorist organization bent on ruling the world. I just thought that was stupid, but having that little piece of the backstory.
Oh, look, there he is.
There you are. There he is.
And the red face mask. Yeah.
I love it. I think that was...
Thank God that's what you were grabbing.
I think that was early 90s, that figure. Like
It
I think so.
definitely
Yeah,
was.
yeah. It was like later on.
This is like when they tried to rebrand for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Cobra Commander had a couple looks. He had just the bag
Yeah.
over his head. He had the blue helmet. Then he had like that silver
I
armor.
hated the armor one.
The power
the silver,
armor.
Hated
the silver armor. Yeah.
Hated that one.
Yeah. That was very short-lived.
God, even Hama put that.
That
in
was
comic
the
for a
one.
while.
He had that in the movie, right?
No. It was his regular blue suit. No.
Okay, well he had the silver battle armor in like the second half of the show.
Yes.
Towards the end, yeah. And I know, Hama put him in the comic book in that for a while. How one of the Freds was impersonating him for a while there in that armor.
Easy thing to do with that big bulky armor.
I saw a rumor online, and I hope it's true. It's like, I guess, whenever they premiered a new figure, they wanted them to put him in the G.I. Joe comic and stuff. And I guess they were supposed to keep him in the comic for a certain amount of time. I heard a rumor that they were to the minute almost. It's like the minute he could get rid of Serpentor, that's when Hama killed off Serpentor. It's like,
but isn't he in the?
Well,
isn't he in the current Hama comics?
Well, he is back. They just brought him back not too long ago. Well, again, Russell, they basically created him basically cloned him, so they basically cloned him again.
Okay. Yeah, test tube him. Yeah.
He's basically a Frankenstein, so they just repeated the experiment. Yeah, and now he's like part zombie. Yeah, because in the Hama stuff. Yeah, Cobra
Why does
had,
everything have to
warfare.
be part zombie now?
That's what they were. Cobra was doing. That some kind of chemical weapon that was going to make people zombies.
I'm a zombie.
Don't come near Spirits Mall.
That's right. Especially if you've got handbags with bricks in them.
No, oh my God, I can't believe we passed up the obvious joke. No. Spirit is not a security guard at the mall. He started his own business. I'm sure you've all heard of Spirit Halloween.
I was just thinking that. You read my mind.
Oh God. Well, that's why read your mind all the time.
I spend too much money on tobacco and Mountain Dew.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Today it's Mellow Yellow.
Mellow Yellow,
Oh.
nice. In the new can too.
Oh, I thought when you drank.
Did you know that they've actually discontinued Mellow Yellow? It's only available in certain parts of the country now.
Oh.
What? Really? No kidding.
I thought anytime you drank Mountain Dew, it came out mellow yellow.
I can get Lord Globulus, the Royal Guard, and the Nemesis Enforcer for $36.
Do it.
Oh, so, I mean, again, that's
Do
not bad.
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, those came out probably 87.
They're
Yeah.
not complete.
Oh,
but
they're not in
Oh.
package or
Yeah.
anything. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
fine. You still get it.
I mean, that's still
I just want
like
the-
$12 a piece. I mean, I guess that's
Lord
not bad.
Globulus looks like a big turd. I love it. I need it.
Sometime we gotta watch that.
Oh, we're gonna do it sometime this year. We're gonna review the Transformers movie. We're gonna review the G.I. Joe movie.
Because you've
I'm
seen
all
that,
for
right,
it.
Russell? The one with Sergeant Slaughter.
It has been probably 20 years since
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen that.
Yeah.
So,
We got.
and I'm 30. So,
I just watched. I just watched it recently. It had been many years for me too, because I remember when I used to watch it. It was on VHS. That's how long ago.
that's when I watched it.
Yeah.
That's the first time I saw Transformers the movie. It was on VHS.
Oh,
And I think I rewatched that movie about 100 times just
Oh.
because I loved it, but also that opening scene of Unicron, and that guy's like, "Obelisk, look, it's the Unicron!"
Yeah.
get to the shuttle.
The animation is so good.
Oh yeah,
Still
All
looks good.
Autobots must die.
such heroic nonsense.
One shall stand and one shall fall.
One shall fall. Autobot,
Well,
roll out.
we got to head to Gotham City, don't we?
Oh, that's true. Yes, we have a date in Gotham
That's right.
with certain Miss Hellfire.
No, my. Yes. I'm sure she'll be pleased to talk some Azrael. All right.
Oh my god.
All right. So, yeah, should we wrap this up? I was going to give out the list. So, the upcoming comics, Duke #2 comes out January 31st. Transformers #5. Oh, here's a present for you, kids. February 14th.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, make nothing
Valentine's.
complete your Valentine's Day, like wholesale slaughter of robots. Yes, and,
That's right.
and Cobra Commander #2 comes out February 21st.
Nice.
So
February
A
21st.
month from today.
And
Perfect.
and I'll keep you updated all on that. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero of Spirits keep showing up.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Mall of
Void,
America.
Void Rivals is going to be back in a couple months, right?
I think they said maybe March. Maybe
March,
I think yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got at least another month before that comes back. Well, 2
Yeah.
months. All right, kids. So yeah, so
Alrighty.
send us your thoughts. What did you think of Duke and Cobra Commander #1s? Transformers #4. What do you think about all this stuff so far? What do you want to see? What is Spirit's actual job? Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Help support us by buying some merch. The Cash App link if you just want to drop some random cash on us. And, of course, the Patreon. It's getting crazier and crazier over there. Again, the February episode, Lilith and I are going to review the Adult Video News Awards. So, yeah, you want to get on board for that.
Nice.
All
That
right.
should be fun.
So, yes, subscribe to that Patreon. We're keeping our promise so far. I promised in 2024, Lilith and the Patreon would be.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
And they have been. So find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. All right, Russell, do your plugs because you know somebody has a ton of them. Go ahead, Russell.
You can find me and Justin
At the bottom of
At-
a can of Mountain Dew.
Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all.
We're gonna
go. Justin and I like to sit out on the porch and shoot muskrats with our muzzle loaders.
Is your whole
And
week?
then if anybody gets on the front porch, they might as well go right to the morgue because they're going to have a big hole in their chest. I lift around the rim of Ronald Reagan's keister. Bertha, where's my fucking dinner at? I'm eating my pork chops with not an ounce of seasoning on them, damn it.
Better still be kicking. I hear you two talk about some of that dying Hulk.
Yeah.
Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is.
Yeah, I'll see you do that next episode.
Oh, I will. I won't be intimidated.
Suck it, Russell.
Where we talk, present it, Lilith. Where we won't be, where we will be talking about the Hulk and the She-Hulk. We do that 3 times a month. You can also find us on Tomes of Evil, where we have such shows as the Hobgoblin Retrospective, our Villain Spotlights, and Gone the Form of Man, the Etrigan podcast. You can also find us on Predator and Prey with the High Priest Khonshu, the High Priest of Marvel Snap, Ray, and
What the
and
hell?
and on the Tomes of Evil, forgot to mention that sometime this year we are going to be starting a show about Godzilla comics.
Yes.
And can't wait for that. But now, Justin, I think the floor is yours.
You grab your fucking rifle and you start shooting.
You can find me.
You got that Beavis protein shake.
You can find me chatting with Phil every week on Marvel Tales, where we talk about a different Marvel story every week of the month. And when this episode comes out, actually, we'll be talking about some Hawkeye, I think, probably. Also, we talk about Superman twice a month on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast with Tyler. We're going through all of the post-crisis Superman comic books. It's been super fun. And last but certainly not least, The Lost Library of Legends, my solo show, is still going strong. And I have a new episode coming out very soon about an Impact Comics title from 1991 called The Jaguar.
We're in the 90s now, bitch.
No, he said Jaguar.
Superior Puss.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh! I forgot to mention. You can also find us very soon. All three of us actually on the Bible Man VeggieTales podcast, where we will be going through every episode of Bible Man and VeggieTales and comparing it to our favorite scripture.
No. We will not be doing that.
Boo. Boo. Boo.
No, we will not be doing that.
No.
Well, no, of course not. Well, only
Well, that
sane
escalated
people would
quickly.
not do that.
I don't think so. Bird time.
All right. By that Tweety bird on the wall, I see it's time to go.
My Tweety bird just went off just in time for that.
Thank you for joining us again. Come back next month for Duke number 2, Transformers 5, and Cobra Commander number 2. When will that armless war vet Megatron get his revenge? So, yes, once again, last one was either air guitaring or going through Mountain Dew withdrawal. This is the big one, Elizabeth! I think he has to go take a globulus. Good night, kid.